Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. It's not a good idea to give the government too much power because at one point the government, using the power given, will get more power and more power for itself. Remember, the government is formed by humans, so don't expect them to be geniuses or perfect people because there's no such a thing. So remember, when you talk about the government, you talk about certain people with certain kind of preferences, certain kind of ideologies, and so on. And when they get together, more of them with a certain ideology, they might use or cut corners to take care of their opposition. So they want to make sure that people that do not share their ideologies will have no power. And maybe, they can send them somewhere else. I don't know where, but you figured it out. Now, what happened here? We have Antony Blinken, and we have the Antony Blinken who created a program within its State Department that will make sure that they decide what is disinformation and what is not, and they will share it with other partners. Pay attention for little cracks that will develop in big cracks, will turn into big cracks. So this is just a foot in the door. Remember last year they tried to create that Ministry of Truth, but that was through they had to show up and ask for the permission from the elected officials, if you remember that one, and then it disintegrated. It's okay, now they just made a program, which they are entitled to make a program, because they will keep us safe. That's the whole reason, they will keep us safe. And they will tell us, according to their intelligence, what is disinformation and what is hate and what is this and what is that, and they will just share it among themselves as the first step, to make sure that nobody is this and nobody is that. We have here the big fish here is obviously Russia. It seems like somehow these guys, the gatekeepers of the truth, cannot compete with the Russians in disinformation. So somehow Russia has a lot of power in disinforming us, victim us, poor us, children us, but we have them that will defend us from that. There will be. A weak person will agree with this. A strong person will say, wait a minute, I don't give you the authority because I don't think you're smarter and you're not a good person. Prove that you're a good person. Show me that you're smarter. Your position doesn't necessarily mean that. So I don't give Blinken the authority to protect me in that area of the truth or what is information and disinformation. And if you tell me that intelligence services will determine, well, I just send you, I refer you to the war in Iraq, how the intelligence services worked. All right, so that for me and for any reasonable, that means use reason, person, should have done everything about the intelligence. Didn't we make mistakes in the past? That's true. Pattern? Is there a pattern? Well, you look. All right, let's see what happened here. This information came from a friend of mine who sent me a video actually with Blinken saying what I'm about to say regarding this program. And this program is going to help us eliminate disinformation, Russian disinformation. And I thank you very much. His name is John. I will not give any more information on that one. And he gave me the video. I will not put the video here. I couldn't find it anywhere else, but I found something else, which is the transcript of Mr. Blinken's speech. So that speech that he delivered was at, let me find it here, right there, was delivered in the annual awards ceremony of the Freedom House. So you can find it on their site, U.S. Department of State. And this is from May 9th, 2023, and this is the speech, blah, 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 but I went straight to the chase, which is the third thing he will talk about. So all this is discussed in some articles and in the video. But I will go to this first, before I do that, because you can read that over there on your own. I will read it for you, but first let's give a little bit of flavor. Coming from Russia today, which are the enemies, but enemies sometimes say things that our people will not say it. Why? Because they are the gatekeepers of the truth. US developed AI tool to battle Russian disinformation. An AI tool. That is a program, all right, that could be set in a certain way. Why? Because by default, you can give, like, computer programmers can tell you that. When someone comes and say, okay, I want this program to do this, they will determine what kind of keys will get you to that by default. The same with an AI. If they say, let's say, they put Trump and they give connotation negative, bad. They put, let's say, right wing or left wing, connotation bad. If they put, let's say, patriotism, connotation, by default, they have to insert this into AI, into artificial intelligence program. And they have to, by default, give some connotation to certain kind of terms. When the AI is going to read or to determine something, it's going to say, oh, here it was the information. Trump attended a right-wing rally and he said something about patriotism. The AI will say negative, negative, negative. What do you think his conclusion will be? The AI is going to come with a positive or negative. It's going to say bad, 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 bad. And that's going to be what you're going to receive from the AI. So AI is not something objective whatsoever. It's how it was programmed to react. You'll see. Let me go back to this little thing here. The Ukraine content aggregator, this is what it is, content aggregator, is used to catch, and I'm quoting, fake news and share data on it with foreign partners, the Secretary of State claims. This is for now. This is for now. Share. The next one is going to be us. We will not be allowed to say this or do that because the content aggregator and others, going to create another department, will determine what we can say and what is fake. Washington has developed an artificial intelligence-based system to detect and gather Russian disinformation, I'm quoting, Russian disinformation online, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken claimed on Tuesday at the Freedom House 2023 Annual Awards ceremony. The State Department has created, and I'm quoting, an AI-enabled online Ukraine content aggregator to collect verifiable Russian, who's verifying them? Intelligence community, the trustworthy department, Russian disinformation, and then to share that with partners around the world. The U.S. top diplomats said. So this is just, inoffensive. It's about them finding when the Russians are lying and telling the partners, hey, the Russians are lying. That's all. That's all. You think so? And then those partners will tell Twitter, hey, you can't say this here. Hey, if you want to be in Europe and allow you to continue, then we're going to do this. Oh, no, you can't say that because, you see, that's called this. This is called that. You'll see. You will see. I think I'm, crazy. All right, well, I give them a year. And this is going to, you see how the next step will be. The government is cooperating with scholars. You know what it is, scholars? To be able to, and I'm quoting, reliably detect fake text generated by Russian chatbots. Now, scholars, they are going to be the ones that tell us what's reliable, what's fake, and what's not fake. Why? Because they're intelligent. We are not. So they will be the gatekeepers. They will tell us what's true and what's not, okay? Because they know best. I understand that they have more information, but can I not allow them to be the gatekeepers of truth? May I be allowed to be fooled by left and right? Or I'm so stupid I can't discern? Well, this is what it is. Last year, social media analytics company Graphica and the Stanford Internet Observatory said hundreds of accounts disseminated pro-Western narratives over the past five were likely being run by the Pentagon CENTCOM unit. In March, news website The Intercept reported on federal contract documents, which suggest that the U.S. Special Operations Command is planning to conduct propaganda. Oh well, they all do it. The problem is, this is concerning. They create a AI tool. Now I have this article here, which is obviously from first post, which is we can go to USA with these things. And again, US has developed AI tool to battle Russian disinformation, says Anthony Blinken. And we have here, New Delhi, so this is in India. Let's see what he says. In response, the State Department has created an AI-enabled online Ukraine content aggregator to collect verified Russian disinformation and then to share that with partners around the world. Okay, the government is cooperating with scholars, I already said that. It also runs the risk of strengthening autocratic governments, including by enabling them to exploit social media even more effectively to manipulate their people, because we don't do that, and sow division among and within their adversaries. No, we don't manipulate. They don't manipulate. You have to believe that. Otherwise, all this becomes, BS. This includes the principle that people should be protected. Whose principle is that, I would like to know. Be protected like children from unsafe and ineffective AI. And that people should know when an automated system is being used and understand how it affects them. Aren't you just doing the same thing? The only difference is that you say, I'm good, and they're bad. So let's go to this article here. And I'm going to read it fast. The third thing I want to highlight, I'm quoting Blinken, while we're working to promote access to internet for all, we're all working to address threats to human rights that come with an open internet, including online harassment, abuse, and disinformation. So they say, in the name of human rights, we're going to tell you, and we're going to protect you. They try the human rights, and then the goal is this. This is the goal, disinformation. The thing is just for weasels to join the thing. This is the goal, the prize. Now, online abuse doesn't, of course, target only human rights defenders. Instead, the internet and digital technologies are often used to amplify attacks on vulnerable groups. Like human beings in general, and you are the strong ones. Women, LGBTQI community, marginalized ethnic and religious groups. So he makes this like we are working for the good. And in the meantime, we're going to do that. All right? So here we go. We're also working to address the massive challenge of online, this is the whole thing, misinformation and disinformation. Again, something familiar to everyone in this room. To cite one example, of course, Russia continues to push a steady, relentless stream of disinformation about its war of aggression against Ukraine, to lie about and cover up horrific, this is the pathos, not the logos, horrific abuse it's committed to try to justify committing others. You can't be against Blinken, can you, with all this evidence? In response, we're going to defend you. The State Department has developed an AI-enabled online Ukraine content aggregator to collect verifiable, by whom, Russian disinformation, and then to share that with partners around the world. That's all. We just share it. No other decisions after that. Why do you think they gather this information? To act. It's not only to know. We're promoting independent media and digital literacy. Your literacy. We're working with partners in academia to reliably detect fake texts generated by Russian chatbots. This is the first step. And it's going to be you and I. Which leads to a fourth area that I wanted to mention tonight. A fourth area that technology and human rights are covering. And that, of course, is emerging technologies. We have to control them. You know what I mean? Particularly artificial intelligence and biotechnologies, including genomics, as a system that reflects the data on which it's trained, including the biases enabled in the data, which, of course, AI can, of course, amplify discrimination and enable abuses. As I just said, your AI is going to point out and going to have a certain kind of connotation for certain kind of terms. So again, it also runs the risk of strengthening autocratic governments, unlike others, including by enabling them to exploit social media even more effectively to manipulate their people, us, and show division among and within their adversaries. Now, if that's not weasel talk, I don't know what you want. How you would take that one. Now, weak people, you can believe that. Strong people say, wait a minute, Wait. I don't want to give you that authority. Listen, they can do that little program on our taxes, okay? But the problem is this. This is not only going to stop there. I used to have a friend who used to tell me that his goal is to know. That's it. And I said, well, I think you're just halfway in our conversation, I don't know, like 15 years ago or so. And I said, no, yeah, it's good, but I think you know in order to act, right? To change. I mean, it's like your bike is broken and I want to know. I want to know why it's broken. After you find out why your bike is broken, instead of going and fixing it, you just stop there and say, now I know why it's broken. Okay. And that's it. That was his goal. I didn't understand that. I said, no, I mean, you know, in order to go to the next step of acting to improve something, to do something better, right? He said, no, you don't understand. That was his answer. Like, I'm not there yet to understand his vision. I thought that was insulting, but I said, well, whatever, man. I don't think so. I said, I think you know in order to do something. Knowing without the action is just going to be a selfish thing, and you're halfway. That's how I see things. Might be wrong. I don't care. That's the way I rule. And I'm not rule, a roll. I would like to rule, but anyway. So here's with this. So they just want to know now. That's all they want to know. They want to know. They don't want to act upon it. Believe them. I don't think so. This is the first step. They will know. And then the next one will say, we got to do something. We just know. We just can't just stop here. And what do you think is going to be doing something? First, they probably go and they will obviously work with their private companies, and they will make a little bit of this is no, this is no, not no, no, like no. And then little by little, you're going to eliminate certain people that will talk about certain issues because those issues are, I don't know, unkind. And remember, they will be the ones who will decide and obviously determine what is fake and what is not fake. I don't like that a bit. Remember, they're not geniuses over there. From time to time, meet them, talk to them, hear them, read about them, and you're going to find out, Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.